squat, your heart has to pump blood down to your legs, you're burning more calories. If you want to see the muscle, we got to get rid of the fat. How do we get rid of the fat? Burn more calories. Squats will get you better out any day of the week. Lunges, pull-ups, push-ups. That's hard for people to grasp. If you want a nice six-pack, let's do some push-ups. I want to do this though. It's not doing anything. It literally is not going to because I have this blob of fat in front of it. If you want to see the six-pack, do things that are going to burn more calories. Sprints versus running. Essentially superior versus inferior. You are not going to get a six-pack from running. Running is too low, a little intense. You know, 30–40% of optimal exertion versus sprinting, 100%. And the funny thing is, people don't want to sprint today. Tell someone to sprint. It's not a sprint. A sprint is going to be, here you go, run down to TJ Maxx. They're starting to run. I open my cage, and a cheetah comes out. And I say, go eat him. You give it 110%, everything you have. That's what a sprint is. But we're not ready to start sprinting until we've trained for a couple months. Anaerobic is also what sprinting is. Resistance training is also anaerobic, meaning we build that muscle. That's referred to as excess post-oxygen consumption, EPOC. Eating right versus resistance training, again, the analogy of the athletes, my roommate, people who are exercising, adding muscle, building a better machine. Always comes down to optimizing your spine. Well, here's the thing is, our clients, just like most of us, we're nuts. You still want to do abdominal exercise. And if you tell someone to take out ab exercises, they get mad at you. They literally get mad at you. You'll see them one day. I've seen clients do this before. They're doing a crunch, and they see me, and they're like, I'm sorry. It's like, I don't care. It feeds the ego. It makes you feel good. You get that burn, you think that you're going to have a nice six-pack. It doesn't happen. You can feed the ego. So these are probably your best exercises that you can do for your abdominals. You have a stability ball plank. Hold it on there. It's going to activate the whole entire thing. If you want to throw a leg out there, it's going to be a little more challenging. Do a push-up on one leg. A lot of muscles engaged. That one leg that's out, now you have to stabilize with your core. So my abdominals, my glute muscles are all going to be engaged. The girl on the bottom left, she's doing just a simple crunch, but you'll notice her spine and everything, she's really just coming up. And what is this movement called for the students that are in class? What type of action of the thoracic region? Extension. Extension of the thoracic region. So this area can move. I'm not doing this, as you see a lot of people. I'll tell people, pretend like you're Princess Leia. Cover your ears and just lift your head up. Try not to wrench this way. You want to limit the amount of flexion of the spine. And then really one of your best ones that you can do is your ab roller. You get on your knees. If you have a little Eric's pad, great. You have the roller. You go out and you come back. My spine doesn't move. It's in a neutral position the whole entire time. 2 more slides and then we can go have some buffalo wings. Most guys are familiar with him because you idolize this guy, right? We got Justin Bieber right here. I'm not impressed. You know, if you're skinny and you have a six-pack, you need the road bumps. So how do you get the road bumps if you're a dude? You get your road bumps by inducing hypertrophy. And so most magazines, if you read a magazine, guys, how many reps are we supposed to be doing? In the magazine. 20, 25, 3 sets of 25, that's how you get a six-pack. These are type 1 muscles. They do things for endurance. If you want them to grow, you gotta lift heavy. So 4 or 5 sets of 5 or 6 reps with heavy weight, that's going to induce the ripple effect. I call them the speed bumps. If you want those, maybe 2 to 3 times a week, implement some heavier lifting on your abdominals. Also some other things that are not going to give you a six-pack. Abs classes. Don't go to an abs class unless you're trying to be a girl. There's no point in going. It's not going to get you a six-pack. Running, sorry, it's not going to get you a six-pack. If you look at, no offense, if you run, awesome. If you like running, cool. It's better than nothing. But watch people who finish a marathon, watch people who finish a 5K. You're not seeing, in my opinion, the staples of wellness. You're not like, damn, that guy is ripped. He looks great. Or that girl, she's in really, really good shape. It's like,
They look hungry.
They look hungry, they look emaciated, they're soft, skinny, their abs are kind of like bleh. You look at sprinters, jacked up, they look good, they're developed. One's superior, one's inferior. You can develop muscles more efficiently when you do things higher intensities. Diet pills. If you're looking at spending money on the next best miracle drug, give it to me and I'll just give you a pat on the back, maybe I'll give you a hug. They've shown actually that a hug will release some of those same hormones that sex will with oxytocin, so we can hug it out at the end, and we'll release some of that to have a good night. But the take-home message for everything, we want to do more legs, we want to do more chest, we want to do more back, we want to do more shoulders. Make sure more than one joint is working. Do a push, do a pull, do a push above your head, do a lunge, do a squat, do a leg press. 3 to 4 sets if you're a beginner. Shoot for lighter weight, 10 to 12 repetitions. As you get stronger, start up in the weight. It's called progressive overload. Start lifting heavier weights, all of a sudden your muscles will start feeding on the fat in all of our bodies. We have a lot of lunches all over our body and we can feel it. I'm sure you looked at this and it's always funny giving this to my female clients who are like, nasty. We have this, and this is fuel. Our body likes this, and it will use it, and we can teach it how to use it. By eating smarter, winning the week, working out more efficiently, multi-jointed stuff, most importantly, training will show up fitness. Haha, do you like that? You gotta put that little thing right in there. So, any questions on a six-pack? Huh? Not too bad, right? Well, thank you guys for showing up. Have food and wine and beer, so thank you. I like my boat analogy. I was so excited to do this tonight. That made the talk.
Now you got to get a fish tank.
I know. I'm gonna get a big fish tank when we start getting some of these rich clients in here, and we'll be able to have a shark too. Did you learn something, Pope?
Yeah.
Yeah.